We on?
Yep. Happy birthday.
Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat. Shabbat shalom. That was good. All right, we're going to spend Shabbat together to kick us off. This week is called Shabbat Tshuva. It is the last Shabbat before Yom Kippur. Right? Everybody knows what day Yom Kippur is? Yeah. When is it? All right, I'm hearing Tuesday and Wednesday, which is good, because I want to make sure people are showing back here. But more importantly, there's only a small gap, a few days left to really make those amends, to really ask for forgiveness from our fellows, right? Yom Kippur is going to come and God's going to forgive us, but did we do the work this year to be able to forgive ourselves? That's what Yom Kippur is all about. So before we go on any further, where's Mickey? Mickey, come on up. Mickey's gonna I love the applause. Mickey's gonna blast the shofar for us. One last time for that wake-up call. If you haven't heard it, shh. We're gonna listen to this and let it stir that something within to go do the work that is necessary. And then we move to Shalom Aleichem. We move to meeting and greeting and welcoming our friends, our community on Zoom, our community here in person. Welcome back, Bob and Jay Farkas. It's been a long time, and I know it's we send condolences to Bob for the loss of your father, Simcha, and Jay as well, and we're happy that you are here worshiping and celebrating with us. So find somebody you haven't met or introduce yourself. Take a minute, and we'll continue with Shalom Aleichem in a second. that smile.
Good energy.
Yeah, right? You know, I was saying, it feels like it's been so long since we've been in the sanctuary, no? Since Tuesday. Yeah, it's good energy tonight. We're ready. We're ready for Yom Kippur, I think. We're ready for Shabbat. And we sing Shir L'Adonai, Shir Chadash. Sing to God a new song. The worst frame of mind we can be in is that it's same thing every day. New day, same old shit. But every day, even though the words are still the same of the same psalms that we sing a new song. We bring a new intention. We bring our new selves because every day it is told God creates the world anew. So what are you bringing that's new to this song? Shir L'Adonai. So from singing a new song, we move to tzedakah. Oh, tzedakah, tzedakah, tzedakah. There is so much work that needs to happen in the world that if really everybody just gave 10%, what kind of healing would bring to the world? We don't give more than 20, but minimum 10%. You guys want to come up and give tzedakah? Talk about tzedakah? I'm happy to listen to what you're going to say. So how can we look at that as the minimum obligation? That each and every one of us, even the residents here that are receiving the goodness and welfare of others, what do you give back to? How do you reciprocate? This is one of the ultimate expressions of our free will. Tshuva and tzedakah. So we invite everybody to give generously as you continue to do. And there are many ways. If you're online, go to our website or Venmo, please. So thank you for doing that. And we move to tshuva. So Sarah A. Just going to give a little drosh on tshuva. Sarah? Where is she? She's in the bathroom. Sarah, come on up. It's okay, I'm going to stall. We'll sit here in silence. This is very exciting to have you up here.
Okay. I know my headphones are off crazy. Okay, sorry for the lateness. My name is Sarah. I'm a grateful member of this community. And I'm gonna do a drosh. Okay, so around 1 p.m., I received a call from one of the band's guitarists, Tyler, asking for a huge favor, prefaced by the hecticness of his moving situation. I immediately thought it had something to do with that when the sweet sound of one of the singer's voices, Thea, accompanied him to ask if I could do a drosh tonight on Shiva. As by the fact of me being on stage, I accepted, so bear with me as I took a nap and barely wrote this, as procrastination breeds procrastination. Preface concluded. So, this is the House of Return, Beta Shiva, a sanctuary to really delve into the cognitive dissonance of our lives and choices that brought us here. We have somehow naturally deviated from our divine purpose, being caught up in whatever addiction that gave us the release we were unable to find within the light of understanding our higher power, or whatever you look to has given us within our own minds. But there within itself lies a problem, as it is within ourselves. A house of disorder covered in the pain of our choices, upbringings, and lack of challenge to acknowledge and change ourselves, our behaviors, our actions, our thinking, to truly evaluate why we do the things we do. This is no easy task, but it is very much possible. So with the idea of repentance, it is not about shaming ourselves, but again, coming back to a place where we can live in our higher selves. While this all sounds cheesy and vague, I will try to provide some insight. Personally, from before I arrived here to the weekly Shiva groups, I have found some level of this ever sought-after relief by simply evaluating myself in my shortcomings and successes. By making this a regular practice, I'm able to get closer to this level of peace that doesn't need to be drowned by alcohol, drugs, or whatever vices. Whether it was to escape one of my many traumas, which I might add can very well be an excuse to this stagnancy if I didn't take the time to really push myself through the pain with the understanding that my higher power knows my past, present, and future. So by owning up truly past victimization, I'm able to have the spiritual battlefield of my mind be restored within the simple action of honesty. I hope this makes sense and it was at least somewhat relevant. But then again, I don't have the time to really speak properly on this as I overspeak. So thank you for allowing me to share the nothing that I know. Shabbat shalom.
Thank you, Sarah, for your words. It's that weekly practice of doing tshuva group, writing out what we did well this week, and how we missed the mark, is an incredible way of evaluating the week and getting ourselves ready for Shabbat. And so we do that out loud in our community. And I want to invite anybody who has a burden to share, some gratitude and some amends, to line up on the left and share briefly from the heart as we do. Tristan, come on up.
My name is Tristan. I'm a grateful member of this community. I'd like to express some gratitude for Kaylee. She has 1 year as of Wednesday. I'm absolutely so proud of you, and I love you from the bottom of my heart. And I'm incredibly thankful to be a part of your life and to have you as a part of mine. Thank you.
Armando, grateful member of this community. I just want to, this makes me nervous. I usually do better when I have a paper, but I have so much love and gratitude for Kaylee, and I just want to congratulate you on your year. And what touched my heart is like you leading Body and Soul and the surf therapy, and I benefited from like the personal training sessions that you had, and you had so much care and encouragement, and that meant a lot to me. So thank you so much.
Hi, I'm August, alcoholic and grateful member of this community. I just, like so many things I could be grateful for, but what I was thinking as I was walking up here was just grateful for everyone's like just showing up here and trying to save your life, man. Like never would I have thought I would have got along with so many people. Like in the darkest places of my addiction, I isolated in my room for 4 months. People would have thought I was dead if it weren't for my landlord. And now I could look at pretty much everyone here in the eye, even if I don't know you that well, knowing that you're doing the same thing as me. I see my counselor, Leah. I'm also really, really grateful for her seeing me as a human, guiding me, being honest with me. I'm grateful to Kaylee for the 1 year, man. You know, that's so beautiful, dude. And you coming back here to do it and just being present and not letting your past get to you. It's so beautiful and it's very inspiring. Yeah, I'm excited for my life and I'm excited for everyone else's life. And yeah, I'm August. Okay, goodbye.
My name is Noah. I'm a grateful member of this community. And I just want to say happy birthday to Kaylee for the 1 year. I'm so proud of her. She's been nice to me from day one and really helped me out and inspired me to lose weight, to work out. Yeah, I really love you a lot. And I know I piss you off sometimes, and I'm sorry. But yeah, happy birthday. I love you. Bye.
Hi, my name is Adam, and I'm a grateful member of this community. I just wanted to take a moment to say how grateful I am to every member of this community. Last week, I was in quarantine. I had COVID, and it kind of broke my heart when I heard them call everyone down to Shabbat on Friday night, and I was all by myself up in that room. And I just want to say how grateful I am to be here this week, and that I appreciate all of you. And I guess that's it. So.
I'm Jonathan. I'm a grateful member of this community. So beautiful to be here. And I came here back in 2013, 10 years ago, and this place gave me the foundation for my life. And I've got 14 months sober, but it's been a journey. This place has taught me so much, and just being here and reminiscing of all the good times I had with my friends that I created over here that are not here anymore. This is a journey. We're here, we're a community, and lost a lot of people to suicide or addiction or overdoses. I had a roommate that took the bus from down here, went to Skid Row, and then overdosed. And then it really, really messed with me. But thank God I got a therapist over here to talk to. And come back to my principles, because like over here we did the marathon. I did it a couple of times with the team. And I want to get back on the team for running it next year in memory of everybody that's passed away. And thank you for letting me share. Thank you for you guys.
Hello, I'm Rachel, a grateful member of this community and an alcoholic. I have a few people, I have a lot. I'm grateful for everyone here. And I'm super grateful for my therapist, Casey, and my counselor, Katie, and my new friend, David, who played great bass tonight and is going to continue. And then I'm I'm also grateful for my friend Lisa, who's here. And I'm grateful, I had some more. I'm grateful for Thea for taking me to my storage space to get my bass, which I'm going to start playing. And I'm grateful for just inspiration of the music here to just start singing again. That's it.
Hello, I'm Max. I'm a grateful member of this community. So anyone who knows me knows that I don't come up here and do this much, but if I'm doing it for a good reason, and that good reason is that my father, Zach, has 40 years sober tonight. Well, 40 years sober from September 26, 1982. So he's getting the birthday tonight, and I'm going to school now in San Diego, so I don't get a chance to come up often. I like to make it special. All right? I love you guys. He's what keeps me coming back, but the community here is so wonderful that I'd like to come back every time.
My name is John Eric. I'm a grateful member of this community. Manishma. I'm grateful that the rabbi didn't ask me to wear a kippah tonight, because it probably would have fallen off. Nice. I'll get that coming up. I'm super grateful for my sponsees, Dylan and Damien. I'm grateful that these doors are here open for men and women to come and rebuild their lives, and I'm grateful for this place. And I'm super grateful for them. I love them very much. They do things that some sponsees don't do. They call me, and they work the steps. And I'm also super grateful to have walked in here and have seen my former sponsee, Justin, and his brother, and Jeff. And I'm super grateful that Jeff's doing really well, because I love them too very, very much. So thank you.
Hi, I'm Asia. I'm a grateful member of this community. I have to acknowledge you, Kaylee. I'm thinking about how much of a filter I need to have at the forefront of my mind as I reflect on just the massive amount of stuff that we've experienced and however long we've known each other. Guys, Kaylee sent me my radio when I was in prison, and I have all the pictures saved. Kaylee would, you're the type of friend that just showed up for me in a way that I didn't even know, I didn't even recognize the value, I think, until recently. And, you were just one of the few people that has just been so consistent in my life. And I don't really have words, but I feel like you guys could probably feel this. I'm just really proud of you, and I'm really, I don't know, you're so important to me, and remembering you sobbing in the garage and just everything else is, really cool to be here with you. Sorry, I'm crying. Okay, bye.
All right, we're going to continue with Mizmor Shir, and I just want to give an extra bit of gratitude to our incredible musicians for the incredible services Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and that's going to happen Tuesday and Wednesday. So thank you again for really taking us on a wild, wild journey. Mizmor Shir.
Shabbat, השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, וזמר לשמך עליון, וזמר לשמך עליון, להגיד בבוקר חסדך ואמונתך בלילות, עלי יסור ועלי נבר, עלי היגיון בכינור, מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, וזמר לשמך עליון, וזמר לשמך עליון. להגיד בבוקר חסדך ואמונתך בלילות, עלי יסור ועלי נבר, עלי היגיון בכינור. וזמר לשמך עליון, וזמר לשמך עליון.
Yeah, give it up for our Beit Shuva band. Ted on drums. David G slapping the bass tonight. Thea on guitar. Laura on keys and Cantor Nate. We have the wonderful privilege of welcoming 2 new residents to our community. I want to invite up PJ P and Tim V to come up onto my left. And our birthdays, Kaylee, come on up, and Zach as well to come on up to read, be on my right. As you guys stand over here, you stand here. Okay. You guys are going to read responsively on there or right here. Okay? Don't use that mic or this one. Slide. Guys, slide. Thank you. Can you read that?
May the door of this house be wide enough to receive all who hunger for love, all who are lonely for fellowship.
May it welcome all who have cares to unburden, thanks to express, hopes to nurture.
May the door of this house be narrow enough to shut out bitterness and pride and be an enmity.
May this hold be no stumbling block for young, straying feet.
May it be too high to admit complacency, selfishness, and harshness.
May this house be for all who enter the doorway to a richer and more meaningful life. Amen. All right, we get to welcome you too. What's your name?
PJ.
PJ, what do we say to PJ? Ruch haba b'shem Adonai. May you who have come be blessed in the name of the source of life.
So, wait, where do you start? Oh, Nila Bior Bishayim Adonai.
Let us walk together in the light of the Divine One. Welcome. All right, come on over here. Hi, what's your name?
Tim.
Tim. What do we say to Tim? Baruch haba b'shem. Oh, no, you're going to say that right there. Who have come, be blessed in the name of the source of life.
Nelesh Bior Bishayim
Adonai.
Adonai. Let us walk together in the light of the Divine One. Welcome. All right, come on over here. Now I got to say something to y'all. And one of my teachers, Reb Mimi, she would always say, I say what I need to hear and I listen when I speak. And this week's Torah portion, Parshat Vayelech, Moses is about to die. And he charges Joshua, his successor, with this fascinating line, right? Don't be afraid. Chazak ve'ametz libecha. Strengthen and have good resolve, right? It really means fortify your heart. Don't be afraid. Be strong. And there is a certain valence to that. There's work to be done. Buckle up. So no time to dilly-dally, no time to be afraid. Get busy. And there's another part about that, though. When we're too strong with our hearts, when our hearts are sometimes too closed off, that we need to counter that too. We need to be able to circumcise our hearts. We need to be able to, literally, circumcise mul arlat levavecha, really circumcise the fatness of our hearts. I'm not making this stuff up. It's from the Torah. You guys laughing about it. But it's serious because you come here not to get strong, but to be vulnerable, to open your heart. And that small opening makes the world of difference. That's when wisdom is able to settle in. That's when connection happens. And I know the journey is difficult. So if it feels like you're getting distracted, dismayed, it's too fearful, it's too much, we ask you to do one thing, and that is hold on. Anybody on Zoom? Come on. So welcome to our community. We wish you nothing but success and commitment and joy. All right, let's rise. Welcome to them to our community. Go ahead, you guys can follow through right here. Welcome. Thanks, Zach. Thank you. Welcome, Tim. And while we're standing, we're going to welcome the Shabbat bride, Lecha Dodi.
Dodi li brakala Tene Shabbat nekabela Shamor v'zachor b'dibor echad Hishmiyanu el ha'me'ochad Adonai echad O shemo echad v'shemo tiferet Ve'eliti la lecha dodi li brakala Tene Shabbat nekabela Likrat Shabbat lecho v'nelcha Ki mekor ha'beracha Mirosh mikedem Nezucha sof ma'aseh B'machshava tihila Lecha dodi likrat kala Tene Shabbat nekabela Hitorri kiva orech Kumi uri Shida beri kevod Adonai Alaik nigla Lecha dodi likrat kala Tene Shabbat nekabela. Everyone turn and face the doorway as we welcome the Shabbos bride. Boi v'shalom Atzeret bala Gam besimcha Uvetzola Tzol emunei Am segula בואי חלה, בואי חלה, לחדודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה, לחדודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת
All right, it is time to light the Shabbat candle. So Kaylee, come on up. Zach, come on up. If you want to bring anybody close to you as well to join you, please go ahead and do that as we welcome in Shabbat by marking this moment, distinguishing between the week before and the day of rest.
She got a whole entourage with her. Look at this.
Don't go too far, too, because it's going to be birthday soon.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner להדליק נר של שבת.
You guys can have a seat as we welcome in Shabbat and turn to a prayer for healing. Shabbat is a day of rest which heals, and a prayers for healing for anybody who is feeling needs a physical and spiritual healing. So if there's anybody on Zoom that you want to share their name, please go ahead and put their names in the chat. And for anybody here in the audience, please go ahead and say their name now. Howard Sutton.
Sarah, Rivka, Rachel.
May all who are in need of healing be healed with refuah shlema, complete healing of mind, body, and spirit. And let us say, Amen. Amen. Invite everybody to rise for the Baruch Hu.
Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Yai, lie, 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 lie. Yai, lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Yai, lie, 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 lie. Yai, lie, 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 lie. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach, HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. HaMevorach, HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed.
You may be seated. We continue with the Shema and Ve'ahavta.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad.
Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed.
Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavecha uv'chol nafshecha uv'chol meodecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi metzavecha hayom alevavecha v'shinantam nevanecha v'dibarta bam B'shivtecha b'veitecha uv'lechtecha v'derech u'shokpecha uv'kumecha u'kshartam neot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot bein einecha u'chtavtam al mezuzot beitecha u'visharecha.
Shabbat Shalom. As I mentioned earlier, this is Shabbat Tshuva, the last Shabbat before Yom Kippur. And what I wanted to talk about tonight is not Tshuva, but children. There's a really interesting ritual that Moses outlines in this week's Torah portion, that once every 7 years, men, women, and children, everybody, gather all the people, men, women, children, and the strangers in your community, and go to where the temple would be, and show up during the Shemitah year, during the 1 out of the 7 years that the land would go fallow, right, where they wouldn't harvest the land, during the festival of Sukkot. And there, they would hear and learn this Torah. Once every 7 years, there would be this pilgrimage festival where all men, women, children, strangers gathered together to hear Torah. And one of the German Kabbalists, Rabbi Nathan Adler, he asked this question: why bring children? Don't you all know, isn't it true that when you go to a service, and we've all been there, the kids are disruptive. We make all this effort, the parents bring all this effort to bring the kids there, and what are they going to do? They're just going to annoy and bother and disrupt the elders, the adults, from the worship, the sacred worship, the service of God. So why do we go through all this trouble? Why bring them in the first place? Keep them home. No? I mean, I was at a service just recently, and a lot of kids were playing, and we all do that glare, right? Keep these kids quiet. I do it all the time, too. I'm guilty of it, unless they're, of course, my kids, right? But there's a real question in there. Why not have the kids separate? Why not have them in different places? Why bring them if they are going to disrupt and nullify Torah? Right? It's a question. And what Rabbi Natan Adler says is, the answer is it gives reward to those who brought them. What does that mean? There is a great reward in bringing children, and that reward is much greater than the loss or disruption. Not only is that children's excitement along with the sacred environment, but that it leaves a deep imprint in the hearts of children and draws them to the sacred service of God, right? I mean, we can say that about residents here, right? Maybe sometimes they're disruptive, they're on their phones, they're vaping in the bathroom, right? Nobody's ever done that. Why keep you in this service against your will when you're being forced? And the idea is that the reward of this imprint, this mark on our souls, right, that the sacred environment puts, is far greater than our own individual, what we want as a service. When we hear the sound of children running around, making noise, being in an environment, it is the greatest thing that we can do to ensure that the teaching of Torah and the teaching of children in Torah and good deeds. And I was thinking about it this week and reflecting about this idea of like, what are the imprints that have been placed on me in the past? And I kept coming back to my father when I stole my neighbor's basketball, who happened to have the name Joseph. And I thought how wise I am by if I put my own name on the basketball, then everybody would know it was mine because it has my name on it. And when my father heard this, he didn't say anything. He didn't get angry. He took my hand, he walked me to the neighbor's house down the street, and he made me return it. And he made me apologize and do tshuva. And that was one of the first moments where I learned, right, how important that sacred environment was. How lucky I was that I had him at that moment, who usually I was expecting him to be furious and angry at me. But in that moment where I made a mistake, where I screwed up, he helped me make amends. He helped me repair a hole. What are the things we're leaving? What kind of environment are we creating so that our children grow up in a place that is nurturing, that is loving, that allows them to be wild and reckless, knowing that the environment in and of itself plants those seeds for those saplings to grow and grow strong. Shabbat Shalom. All right. Thank you. We're going to continue with Ahavat Olam, I'm Yours, a little Jason Mraz mix-up. Oh, and Erica is joining us as well.
done me, and you bet I felt it. I tried to be chill, but you're so hot that I melted. I fell right through the cracks, and now I'm trying to get back. Before the cool done run, that I'll be giving it my bestest, and nothing's gonna stop me but divine intervention. I reckon it's again my turn to win some or learn some. Will I have olam Vegas Rael Torah umitzvot chukim umishpatim otanu limadatan.
Well, open up your mind and see it like me. Open up your plans and damn, you're free. Look into your heart and you'll find love, 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 love. Listen to the music of the moment, people dance and sing. We're just one big family, and it's our God-forsaken right to be loved, 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 loved.
Ahavat olam Vegas Rael Amcha Ahavat Torah umitzvot chukim umishpatim otanu limadatan. I've been spending way too long checking out my tongue in the mirror and bending over backwards just to try to see it clearer. But my breath fogged up the glass, and so I drew a new face and laughed. I guess what I'll be saying is there ain't no better reason to rid yourself of vanity and just go with the seasons. It's what we aim to do. Our name is our virtue. Will I have olam Vegas Rael Amcha Ahatat Torah umitzvot chukim umishpatim otanu limadatan.
Give it up for Erica.
Yeah, Erica. On the ukulele. All right, we're going to continue with our birthdays. Kaylee B, 1 year. Come on up. And while I'm at it, so I don't forget, Sarah brought these little gifts that we have for you, our little Kabbalah necklaces. So this one has Netzach, endurance. It's a perfect one for our routine, yes.
Oh my God. Okay, so I wrote something. I'm gonna try really hard not to cry, but it's happening already. Okay. Before I relapsed, I hit a wall. My mental health spiraled. I started to question everything and couldn't see a future where I was doing anything that mattered. I felt like my existence was a mistake. I was a waste of space. I got severely depressed and dangerously suicidal and fantasized about all the different ways I could take my own life. I started using ketamine to treat my depression, and no, not in a doctor's office. I felt relief. It created the illusion that I was not exactly happy, but okay. Really, I was just disassociated. I was functional enough to not use at work and hold down my job, but my entire life deteriorated. My life was still stagnant, not going anywhere, but I finally didn't care. I knew I was an addict. That wasn't going to change. But I justified to myself that I wasn't homeless, hands so dirty that I couldn't even wash the filth off with soap, sitting on a public restroom floor, trying to hit a vein for hours and blood dripping down my arms onto the floor from digging around so much. I was showered, at home, safe in my apartment, in bed, shooting K. Still a bit of digging, though. Eventually, my habit got out of control. I tried to make my drugs last and even physically separate them into piles and plan to do them at specific times. Then after one line, say fuck it and just do the whole thing, saying I worry about it later. The amount of powerlessness I felt over not having my medicine was indescribable. If I wasn't working, I was in a K-hole. And if I didn't have K, I drank until I was wasted. I got into 5 or 6 accidents last year, some minor, one on the freeway. I just kept using and not giving a fuck. I did things that I probably wouldn't have done if I wasn't desperate for money to support my expensive habit. Even though I was addicted, half the time I thought I was literally dying. It terrified me, but once I came to, I just loaded the rig back up and blasted off with another shot. It wasn't fun anymore. The same feelings I had crept up on me that I carried before my relapse. It wasn't enough, and if you can ever imagine what it's like to actually want to die in a K-hole, let me tell you, it's not fun. Then I did what I never said I'd do and went back to heroin. If it wasn't for my roommate stepping in when she did, I would have ended back on the street, homeless, selling myself and what little semblance I had left of a soul. Honestly, before I let that happen again, I probably would have just killed myself. So I came back to BTS. I returned, and I was like, fuck. It was difficult for me for a number of reasons, but the biggest one was the lie I told myself, which was I didn't actually burn my entire life to the ground. I was just on the brink of it. I told myself it wasn't that bad, but being out of options, I did what I was told to do. I catapulted myself into deep self-discovery. Along the way grew the desire to be sober and get my shit together. Working the steps and therapy have been the tools that help the most. My biggest challenge with sobriety was and is my stubbornness to try and control everything around me. Self-will run riot. And I've learned often when I fuck things up and my decisions make a mess of everything that I need to stay out of self-will and take some direction. Trust that other people might know more than me. I want to align my will with a God of my own understanding's will. I have to realize I'm acting in old behavior and make teshuva. I'm nowhere near perfection, but I strive to be, and that's what counts. I thought after having 4 years of sobriety, that 1 year, fuck, sorry. I love you. I thought that after having 4 years of sobriety, that 1 year wouldn't mean anything. But now I appreciate it more than all the others combined. I'm so grateful that I burned my life to the ground, because now I'm building a life with a new sense of direction and purpose that BTS has allowed me to discover. To my fellow residents, if you want to stay sober or want to stay sober, my advice is to keep an open mind and an open heart. Be willing to face everything, the bad and the ugly. Be honest with yourself and others. Allow yourself to dive into the darkest parts of your mind and face the things you're afraid of. If you're uncomfortable, you're growing. Even if you fuck up, you're growing if you choose to learn from your mistakes. You are strong and capable of walking through your darkest fears, pain, guilt, sadness, and trauma. The human soul is resilient and can be mended when broken. You might be sitting here feeling shattered to a million pieces or absolutely numb to it all, but if you were like me, you're also thinking, fuck, I just don't want to be miserable anymore. I promise you things will be different. Just stay, be brave, and have faith that when you put in the work, you shall receive blessings. I usually, in the past for birthdays, never give thanks because there are so many people in my life that have made an impact, but I have the best friends in the world that still love, accept, and support me. So I'm really sorry, but you're going to have to sit here and be miserable a little while longer before you can go off and have a good life. Jake Solomon, you're like a big, moody brother, loving brother to me who I appreciate so much and has taken care of me drunk as fuck on the couch many times. Along with Jess Fishel, who I've known since I was 14. She has seen me throughout my entire drug career, and I can't believe to thank you for all the things, and you already know how I feel about you. David Bear, when I called you and told you I needed help, you didn't even miss a beat and said I have a bed here. I'm so eternally grateful. My sponsor for being a bad bitch that is a positive role model, an example of the kind of woman I want to be in recovery. My treatment team, Nanette, Rabbi Miriam, and Rebecca Scher, for laying out the foundation which I've grown tremendously from. My mom, who was always there for me during this relapse. Mom, I was a shit show of a human being. I did my last shot of dope in front of her. I'm so sorry for being a shitty daughter. And I will do everything I can to make it up to you. I'm so sorry. Cam, Jeff, and Bridie, my surf crew, you guys have made an impact on my sobriety more than you know. Doing something I love with other people who are also passionate about it really makes me happy. Bradley, it's crazy that after going through the house together and working here with you that you're not my counselor. It's not even weird because I've always looked up to you and appreciate and value what you have to say. You're also a positive role model in my life. Amanda and Emily, you guys have both been the best roommates ever and have created such a safe and enjoyable space for me. You're kind, loving, and the best gym buddies ever. Spencer, Greg, Josh A, Adam Y, and Nick. You guys are my K gutter family, and if it wasn't for you, my stay would have sucked here. You're giving me so much love and support and accepting me for who I am, which is pretty ridiculous and uninhibited. Lily, you're so compassionate and empathetic. You're real as fuck and never make me feel judged. I enjoy every second I get to be around you. Asia. I've known you for a long time. You're one of my best friends. You've shown up for me during the good times and the shittiest times. I feel such a deep connection with you, and no matter what happens, I know you have my back. You're a sister from another mister. Also, thank you for taking Fetty in and giving him a better home than I was ever capable of. Leah. Now I have snot dripping. Sorry. I put you through so much hell. With the amount of stress and pain you had to deal with because of my addiction, you are the one I hurt the most. And that was honestly the thing I was the most upset about. More than losing the apartment or my cat. I'm so grateful that you were a part of my life because I still feel like I don't deserve it sometimes. I have a special bond with you that is impossible to begin to describe. You are truly the best friend anyone could ever dream of having. I'm so sorry. Sorry, that was loud. Tristan, you are my heart. You are the sweetest, kindest, most patient man I've ever known. I'm actually healthy enough to find that attractive. You have shown me you have shown me what it means to be in a healthy relationship. You inspire me every day, and I'm so lucky to have found you. I love you so much. And there's probably more people, all the people that gave me gratitude, pretty much like everyone in this room. It has helped me even if you don't know it, and I'm just so fucking grateful, so thank you.
Thank you, Kaylee. Zach, from 1 year to 40 years. So from one endurance to the next endurance.
pants used to fit easier. I guess after 40 years, your head gets bigger. My name is Zach, and I am an alcoholic and an addict. I got bar mitzvahed 71 years ago, and I made it a point that I would not have to go back to synagogue anymore because I had gotten as far as I needed to go. And I dropped in and out of synagogues over the course of the last 71 years. But it wasn't until about 4 or 5 years ago I found out about this place called BTS Shabbat. And a friend of mine was working here at the time, had gone through the program. He, unfortunately, is no longer with us, nor is his brother, who I was friendly with as well. And I knew both of them from the fashion industry, which is why I came out to California. And when I would go to meetings on occasion, but when I came to Beit Shuva, I started coming back on a regular basis. And I have 40 years today because of Beit Shuva. Beit Shuva has restored me to my Judaism. Beit Shuva has restored me to an enjoyable, calm, relaxed life. I've learned more sitting in these rooms than I did even in the rooms of Alcoholics Anonymous. But I still contribute there too. I go to a lot of meetings, and every meeting that I go to, I have a commitment at. Because I don't feel like going to the show, I feel like being part of the show. And you can't be part of the show and sit in the audience at the same time. So I make it a point to be active wherever I go. My son, Max, is here. My son, Sam, cannot be here. He's in San Diego. He's a pilot in the United States Navy. Max is headed in that same direction. And I am honored to have two incredible people like these two young men in my life. I also have 52 and 55-year-old daughters back east. Now, these kids don't remember, these girls don't remember seeing me high. Max and Sam have never seen me high. I've said high, but I've never seen me high. And it's a gift. Sobriety is a gift. And I remember when I was brand new, sitting in the back of rooms like you guys, and wondering, when is that old guy going to shut up? So I'm going to shut up. Thank you for my life.
So we're gonna sing Happy Birthday. So Kaylee, come on up. Max coming up with Zach, come up with Max. And where'd Kaylee go? Kaylee, go get her. We need to sing Happy Birthday to her. Get back in here. All right.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Kaylee and Zach. Happy birthday to you. Keep coming back sober.
Mazal Tov, keep it up. All right, we're going to continue with Oseh Shalom.
עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל.
You know, I was trying to get Jade to come back up and do a rap for us because you rocked it on Rosh Hashanah, but we're gonna wait for another time. But give it up for our band, huh? For Yom Kippur. She's on for Yom Kippur, so get ready for that. We're gonna continue with Aleinu, so please rise if you're able.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
God's name is one, baby. Right? All right, you guys can have a seat. We're going to transition into Mourner's Kaddish, and we recognize the members of our community who have passed. I want to, if it's okay with you, Bob and Jay, Bob's father died, Simcha Farkas died about an hour after we blowed the shofar on Rosh Hashanah. And after we read Unatana Tokef, right? The who's going to live, who's going to die. 102 years old, 3 children, 7 grandchildren, 18 great-grandchildren, survivor of the Holocaust, and the amazing story you shared was that he and his wife were betrothed before the war. He was sent off to a labor camp. She was sent off to Auschwitz. And after the war is over, he showed up every single day to the train station, waiting, hoping for his beloved to return. Everybody said, "What are you doing?" They probably didn't survive until one day she shows up with her sister alive. And they built that life together. And as Jay said, now it's the other way around, where Simcha is on the train and she's waiting for her on the other side. So we honor your father and Simcha and the incredible legacy that he has left. May his memory be a blessing. And we honor the lives of those we've lost this year. Mark Fiazi, Rabbi Mark Blumenthal, Martin Rips, Nick Huff, Ermelie Simon Pearl, David Heller, Nico Jacob as Forms, Zenaida Zuskrun, Aharon Ben Yehuda, Dr. Saul Block, Mandy Benayim, Adam Aarons, William Lurie, Norman Scharf, Fred Rothschild, Mark Kessler, Henry Hank Schrimmer, Joyce Powell, Inosi Blumenkrantz, Stephen Grossman, Leon Perrick, Robert Gorsey, Gary Mintz, Marilyn Buckley, Estelle Carlton, Patricia Blumenkrantz, Jessica Bayer, Matt Pollinger, Orion Brown, Linus Stern, Richard Lewinter, John Baker, Lucy Franco, Bernard J. Alpern, Faina Srilina, Carlos Catana Rios, Hunter Venturelli, Judy Burke, Dr. Vinay Sundaram, Zev Ben Shmuel Yaakov, Eleanor Gazaway, Lieutenant Mark Fleischman, Erwin Belsky, Clayton Leon Cochran, Melvin Nimoy, and Simcha Farkas. And the Yortzites that we commemorate this year: Jacob Elias Jones, Albert Obi Goodman, Marvin Barr, Alan Coet, Anna Lomberg, Carrie Wyatt Wilner, Melvin Hirsch, Rivka Zudkowicz, Sylvia Kozin, Joseph Friedman, Molly Feldman, Joseph Gluckstein, Anthony Macchiarulo, Hyman Scher, Joyce Black, Jean Yellen, Nathan S. Forms, and Barbara Auerbach. For those on Zoom, I invite you to either unmute or share the names of the beloved that you are remembering. You can do that now. And for those in our community, our tradition is to rise for those who are saying, remembering somebody, and again, nobody stands alone. So if you find somebody standing alone, please go and put our arm around. Go ahead. Lucy Sitman. The words to Kadisha Tom Werner's Kaddish are on the screen. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabbah. Be'alma tiverachi ute ve'amlich malchute. B'chayechon uvyomechon uvchaye dechol Beit Yisrael. Ba'agala uvizman kari v'imru. Amen. Yehei shlemei Rabbah mevarach le'olam olmei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitba'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yithadar v'yithalev v'yithalal shemei d'kudsha b'richu. Le'ela u'le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tush bechata v'nechemata da'amiran be'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya. V'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'mramav. Huya aseh shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. May the memories of those who have departed be remembered for a blessing, and let us say, Amen. You can have a seat. Just a couple of quick announcements. Again, Mazel Tov to the birthdays, Kaylee and Zach. And thank you, Kaylee, from Jeannie Sullivan. Kaylee, you're a miracle. We love you, Mom and Sam. So thank you for sponsoring Shabbat as well in her honor. Yom Kippur. When is it?
Tuesday night, 7 o'clock.
Tuesday, Kol Nidre is 7 o'clock. We'll probably go from 7 to 9. And then Wednesday morning, we start at 9:30 is Shacharit. We'll probably be doing Yizkor and Musaf around 12:30. At that time, we're going to be having gratitude this year led by Carrie Newman at 2 o'clock. That should go till about 3:30. And then at 5 o'clock, which is a time change, 5 o'clock we're doing Mincha and Ne'ilah. On all the other announcements, it's been 5:30, but please note that for Mincha and Ne'ilah, we're going to start at 5 o'clock. One of the traditions that we have here is that our community wears white. Part of it is this idea that we transcend the physical. So some of us will be fasting, we won't be eating, we won't be drinking, we won't be wearing fancy leather shoes. If that's your practice, we invite you to do that. Be comfortable, wear white so we can transcend the physical and be angel-like for one day. There's still time to be a member, so please go ahead and do that, and hh.beitshuva.org or contact Sarah Jacobs for more information. And then we have a few events that I wanted to just highlight after Yom Kippur. Wednesday, October 12th, we're going to be doing Singing in the Dark with Charlie Kramer. It's going to be a very impactful, meaningful service. We'll be blindfolded and recreating what it's like to be blind and turning our limitations, potential limitations into strengths. It's a very powerful experience. So we're excited for Charlie Kramer to be joining us. Simchat Torah is Monday, right? Monday, October 7th at 7 p.m. We're excited to have the community back. Last year we had a few community members join us, but we're going to do it outside again and have the joy and celebration of Torah again. And then looking ahead to November 16th, Mental Peace and Physical Vitality with Natalie Shapiro, and our first of hopefully many, a day-long silent meditation retreat partnered with Or Halev. That'll be a Sunday leading into Hanukkah on the 18th of December. So please join us for those and more details to come. Anything else?
That's it.
Saturday services tomorrow, 9:30. Rabbi-to-be Jade Carter, one of our rabbinic interns, and Rebecca as well will be leading, and 9:30 learning on Zoom. Give it up for our band again. For everybody behind the scenes, Stephen, Jade, Jesse, Max, Sarah Jacobs, Armando, all the PFs, to Erica for rocking the ukulele as well, and Mickey for the shofar. Thank you for being here. Thank you for everybody. Shabbat Shalom. We're going to close with Oz V'Zimrat Yah.
All right, everyone stand up, please. Join together in community as we sing Ozi V'Zimrat Yah. God will be my strength and my salvation. as we walk out the door. Uzi v'zimradia vayahili lishua. Uzi v'zimradia vayahili lishua. Radia vayahili lishua. Ozi v'zimradia vayahili lishua.
We're going to close with Kiddush and Motzi.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Amen.
All right, people are fighting for it already. There you go, Miles.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz.
Amen. Shabbat shalom.